So, waking up, listening to the weather report, and Chloe's already back at the door. Lucy's not going out to the yard. We got a little bit of snow, and I think they said, and see, that's all we have. And come on, are we coming back in? There's Ellie out there. Come and get your cookie, come on. Hurry. They said we're only supposed to get a few inches here. Hurry up. So, anyway, I'm not going to go shovel this off later today because it's supposed to start warming up now. The snow's going to be out of here by 8 o'clock, and I think, like Harry said, it's probably done because we got our little accumulation and it stopped snowing already. So, he said he thinks, you know, the snow probably came in early, which it probably did. They're all waiting for their cookies. And, I'm gonna bake some bread today and do things like that, make those Rice Krispie bars. But I'm going to pretty basically try to stay off my feet today because both of my heels on my feet have been hurting again, but the right one really hurts. And so when it starts hurting, it's because I'm on my feet too much and I'm not wearing, you know, I could wear my tennis shoes. I hate wearing shoes in the house. That's just me. I don't like wearing shoes in the house. And that's why I keep my flip-flops that I got from the walking company. They're specially designed for high arches and that sort of thing. That's why I usually keep those down here. I will wear those in the house, but it's been so cold that I have to have socks on my feet. So anyhow, I'm going to take it easy today. One girlie went and lay down there, and there's Lucy over there in my chair. But I've got to go brush my teeth. And I gotta go to the bathroom. And then I'm gonna sit down and have another cup of coffee. Harry brought me half of a cup already, which I drank. And so it's 6:33. I'm tired. I need to build a fire, but I'll do that here in a little bit. I gotta go to the bathroom. I really need to brush my teeth. Okay, my first round of bread, and this is potato bread. I'm ready to let it, you know, start rising. And I showed you guys here on my stove that I got. This panel here, it's called warming zone. What this is, if I've cooked something on the stove, obviously, and say it gets done before, you know, the other food gets done, and you want everything warm for dinner, that you can set that here on your warming little panel. Now, a lot of times, and you guys know that when I bake bread, I'll turn the oven on low. I don't, you know, usually I keep it like at 200, 250. Just so that the top surface of the stove gets warm so that it helps your dough rise. But now, since I have this little warming zone right here, and I have it on 3, I'm going to put it up on 4. I'm going to set my bread here and see how this works. I mean, obviously I would think it would work if it's keeping your food warm that you've just taken off of the burners. Obviously it's going to keep this really warm too. So that's one thing that I'm excited about with this oven too, is that you know, I have that feature. And now I'm on to making some herbed Tuscan bread. So I'm going to have a loaf of potato bread, and I'm going to have 2 loaves of herb Tuscan bread. For dinner today, I'm making herb roasted chicken, and so I'll have the herb bread with that. And then we'll have the potato bread, and one I'll put in the freezer. We'll have one tonight, one I'll freeze. And then the potato bread, I won't use that tomorrow. I'll probably use that maybe Thursday. Alright, so I did have to turn my oven on anyway on well, it says 250, but remember, this is the convention oven, so it's really 225. And I did have to turn it on because I do have my herb Tuscan bread there. I wanted to show you guys something. What I wanted to show you is sometimes we make breads that call for like instant milk. You're supposed to put like instant milk solids in there. And I'm going to share a little tip with you of the milk that I use. I've searched high and low online for what is the best instant milk to have. Because when you buy Carnation, really, when you mix that milk, it's almost like 1% milk. When you buy the generic brands, it's between 1% and 0.5%. It's almost like water. You know, you're just drinking, you know, cloudy looking colored water. You really don't have the taste of milk. There's 2 different brands out there, and I forget what the first one is called, that they say that that is like the best instant milk overall. This brand that I use is considered the second best instant milk overall, but I actually like this milk. I've even made it for my family, like when we've accidentally, you know, not gone to the store to have extra milk on hand. We just, you know, rinse out the milk jug, fill it up with water, and put in some Morning Moo. It's from Augustin Farms, Morning Moo. That's a 10-pound can, which, you know, if you're just using it like I am for bread and that, this lasts you for the longest time. But when you mix Morning Moo, it actually tastes more like 2% milk, in between 2% and whole milk. Because, see, when you buy Carnation and the other generic brands of instant milk, it does not have fats in it. But Morning Moo, and then I forget the other brand that's out there, there is another instant milk alongside with Morning Moo that does have fat content in it. So when, like when I've made this before for my family, they actually like it. They said it just tastes like 2% milk. So anyhow, that is what I use. You can go online to Augustin Farms. It's not that expensive for a 10-pound can. Here's something that I learned by watching them over at Disney World making their Rice Krispie treats. Usually when I would make them, I just put them in a pan. It was hard to pat them down. I tried using the back of a stainless steel spoon or a spatula. Try pressing it with the palm of your hand. You know, it ends up sticking in. It's really hot anyway because it's coming off of the stove. But when I make Rice Krispie treats, you know, they're just light and airy. They still taste good. You know, they taste like Rice Krispie treats. But there was something about the Rice Krispie treats that they make over at Magic Kingdom. I really liked them. And I noticed that after they would mix it and they put them in these great big huge pans, and you got to compact it and pat it down. So what I did, you see how packed this really is? Because I took wax paper and I just kept pressing on it till you just can't press anymore. The other thing that they did was they topped their Rice Krispie treats with either white chocolate or in some cases with, you know, like milk chocolate. And when I bought those Rice Krispie treats, they were, they looked like presents because they just cut the little rectangle, you know, squares, and they would put the chocolate on top and then it would go over to the sides. But I'm not going to do that individually. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to melt some white chocolate, just put it on there, because the Rice Krispies with the white chocolate, it actually tastes really, really good. So I had a few, I don't know if you can see them now, I had just a few Let me see. They're way down here. Let's see if I can pull one up. Well, I'm not going to be able to. I had a few of the little white chocolate melting discs, you know, that like you use for like candy making. And then I just took a bag of these white chocolate chips that I bought yesterday. So I'm going to put them here in my microwave, get these melted. And in the meantime, just to show you, my bread has only been rising for between 30 and 40 minutes. And it's almost doubled in size. Look at that. This one's getting there. That's Tuscan bread, but the Tuscan bread uses a little bit more yeast, so that's probably why. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. If you want to look for like some alternative, usually what I would do, I'd make Rice Krispie treats, and then I would take like, you know, colored sugars, or you know, the little like for Easter they have like the little pastel, like little, they look like long little bead things, and then they might have like little tiny bunny rabbit candies. And for Christmas, you know, they'll do like red, white, and green, and they might have like little candies in the shape of like pine trees, you know, those kinds of things you can pick up. You can pick them up even at the stores now, grocery stores, in the baking aisles, like I know Walmart, because Wilton puts a lot of that stuff out. Or if you have a confectionery store near you, like I do, you can go there. So anyhow, I used to just put that stuff on there, but I like the chocolate on there a little bit better. And now my chocolate is done. I have to go stir it up. I have to throw this away. Okay, what I did, soon as I put my chocolate on top of my Rice Krispie treats, I went ahead and I scored them. I cut them all the way through because as the chocolate dries, if you try waiting to cut into these after it's completely dry, you know, you'll crack your chocolate, and you know, you don't want that. So by cutting this too, the chocolate oozes down over the sides just a little bit, not a lot. But now I can tell my chocolate is getting pretty set. And how I know that is because it's losing a lot of that glossy look. It's not real wet looking anymore. So I'm going to give it maybe just 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to take my serrated knife and I'm going to go through and cut, and then leave them alone, and then they should be good to go when I pull them out. In the meantime, in just 12 minutes, while I was cleaning up my kitchen and this chocolate was setting, look at my Tuscan bread dough already. And I made my potato bread dough first. This is almost ready. It's almost doubled in size, but this is ready to go. I've got to get these on my baking sheets and let them rise just a little bit more, maybe another 10 more minutes, and then get them in the oven. So what I need to do now is I need to increase the time of my oven, because, and why aren't you shutting off like I'm telling you to do? Bake. So I got to set this. There we go. So it'll have to reboot up. Come on. Okay, so it's only 9:53 in the morning and I'm almost done with everything. Oh, and I wanted to show you my plantains. This is what the plantains are supposed to look like. If they get any darker than this, they're not going to be good. Like tomorrow or the next day, these would be no good. But they're still nice and soft. It takes a long time for plantains to ripen up versus bananas. So I'm going to make those for dinner today as well. See my bottom oven blinking? And it's got that smell. When I first used the top part of the oven, it gave off that smell. That happens when you have like new ovens that's never been used. Anyhow, so I'm using my bottom oven for my chicken. I've got herb roasted chicken here that I've got to get down here. And then, let's see, I might have to lower one of those racks. And then I'll be using my top part of my oven when I put my plantains in, but I need to lower that rack. So for dinner, we're going to have some mashed potatoes. I'll do those plantains today. And Ellie, I hear her barking out there. She's over at the fence over that way barking, probably at people walking by. Or sometimes when Farmer Tom comes outside to go get his mail, she goes berserk barking. And I have been so busy today doing things, but yet, you know how you feel like you didn't even accomplish anything? I feel like I didn't accomplish anything. And I was going to try to take a break today because, I don't know if I mentioned or not about my left heel, my right heel on my foot. It's starting to bother me again. So, anyhow, that's why I want to go ahead while I'm getting my chicken in the oven. I wanted to get my potatoes peeled and out of the way. I've been washing dishes I don't know how many times today. And I want to get everything snazzy razzies around here and in order so I can go sit for just a little bit, which is what I'm getting ready to do. I've cut my potato bread and I'm going to go put that for right now in the fridge in the laundry room so it will stay a little fresh in there until we eat it in a couple days. Oh, and I got to get one of my Tuscan breads and I got to get that in a freezer bag and I got to stick that in the freezer. And then I think everything else should be okay until I got to start cooking dinner. And I had to start a fire because it was really cold in here. Is it still going? No, it fizzled out. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to restart it. Remember how many vlogs back when I was talking about the plantains and they were really green, and when they're green like that you can't eat them because, I mean, you could, but they don't taste sweet and they're really starchy. They're also, when you peel them when they're green, they're white like a banana, but the more you let the plantains ripen, they turn almost like this orangey pink color, and they are really, really sweet. Now, the ones that I showed you this morning, that they were really dark, they were turning like a dark, dark brown, that's what I have cut right here, and they are so good. They're really sweet. I'll show you how I'm going to do these, how, you know, they say to go ahead and bake them. But what I wanted to show you guys was really how you have to peel them, because you can't just peel these like bananas. What you have to do is you have to, I'm trying to do this with two hands, one holding the camera, one doing the knife. Okay, you have to cut the ends off, okay? Let's see if I can do this down here in front of you guys. Like this. Plantains will not peel like a banana. You have to cut the ends, and then you have to score down like this, and then you have to get it open like this and peel it. And this one's coming off really clean. The other one, sometimes the skin was sticking to it, but and that's my oven getting ready so I can put these in. But you can see it's not white like a banana is. So I'm going to finish getting all of these cut and put on here. I'm going to brush it with some olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle brown sugar on it. And the brown sugar is going to have some cinnamon mixed into it. And so I'll toss that around and then get that sprinkled on here. And then they are to bake at 400 degrees. Okay, I'm not so sure about really putting olive oil like on a fruit. I don't know if that's really the kind of oil that we want to use. And I'm trying to think of, you know, bananas and tropical fruit. So what I did was I melted some coconut oil. And coconut oil is like butter that, you know, it can burn, you know, at higher temperatures. So since I'm putting it in 400-degree oven, I decided to add a little bit of canola oil in there, you know, to help dilute that coconut oil a little bit. But I figured that the coconut oil would actually probably give it a better flavor. And then I just took out some brown sugar, put some cinnamon in there. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to move these around a little bit because I'm going to get the oil all over my foil too, so that they will brown nicely and crispy on both sides, and at the same time we don't want the plantains, you know, sticking to the foil. So putting this extra oil on here, I think it will be a very good idea. You're waiting, aren't you? You're waiting for Ellie to come in because you just came in and you want your cookie, don't you? You're going to have to wait just a minute till Ellie comes. Hello, my lovely friends. Okay, so it is Wednesday, the 19th. It is 11:35 in the morning. And this is going to be such a short vlog. It'll probably be the shortest vlog you've ever seen in your life from me. So, here's the thing. I have got to get off of my right foot. I'm having problems again. Like I said in my vlog from yesterday, I would have slippers that I have there, and I have my other slippers I have on. But these are my flip-flops that I got from the walking company. Those were like $110 flip-flops. They're made specifically for people with plantar fasciitis, which is what I have. And in the winter months like this, I don't wear my flip-flops because I have socks on my feet. I gotta keep my feet warm like everybody else. I do have tennis shoes that I have the special insert in there again that helps for the plantar fasciitis. But I don't like wearing shoes on my feet like that all day long, and especially walking in my house with shoes. I'd rather have slippers on my feet. So with all the, you know, moving about and everything that I do throughout my day and standing in one place, like if I'm baking and doing things, anyhow, that's rough on my feet. And not having any support on my feet over a period of time, that's not good. I had this problem going into last spring, and I'd done a vlog about that too, where I have my ankle and my foot all bandaged up and everything in ace bandage because my foot was absolutely killing me by that point. But this happens in the winter again because I'm not wearing any support for my arches and for my foot, and it's my right foot that's the worst. Anyhow, I'm hanging out today. I'm going to be sitting and propping my feet up, which means I have nothing to show you guys. You know, the only getting up I'm going to be doing is putting my dogs in and out for their little restroom breaks. And that's pretty basically about it. So the girlies are back in. I'm going to make them go have a little nap while I go sit down. I'm going to get to my water, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go sit. And so I really don't have nothing to vlog. So I'm going to take this vlog and actually attach it to yesterday's vlog, which I gotta sit and upload that. So you guys have it today. So when you're looking tomorrow for a vlog, there's not going to be one. So anyhow, just wanted to give you a heads up, and I will see you the next time that I do vlog. Bye.